Have you ever feel like innovation is moving at the speed of light, but you are stuck in airport security, still trying to get your shoes back on? That's me every Monday morning at work. By the time I finally understand ChatGPT, someone says, "Oh, that's so 2023. We are on Auto GPT now, Grandma." Excuse me, I am not even done pretending I know what blockchain does. So, today, let's talk about keeping up with the pace of innovation as women. Spoiler, it's not about chasing every new thing. Sometimes it's about laughing through it, surviving it, and maybe learning how to reboot your laptop without crying. Hi, I'm Sonal, and welcome back to She Works It Out, the podcast where we juggle family, career, burnout, and occasional tech crisis. Today's episode is all about innovation. That terrifying treadmill we all are forced to run on, even when we are in heels or worse, Crocs. I'm going to share a few stories today of what happens when innovation moves faster than your Wi Fi. So let's go. So, my first story today is the day I got out innovated by a 22-year-old. So, picture this. I'm sitting in a big, shiny conference room, the kind where even the projector is smarter than your actual phone, and the snacks are the only reason half of the people showed up. We were brainstorming about a very complicated problem. Everybody was quiet, thinking, scrubbling, looking stressed, and out of nowhere, an intern whose badge was like shiny, he was so new, raised his hand and he said, "Why don't we build a quick AI model for that?" Built a what now? The room goes silent. Everyone turned their head. And of course, their eyes landed on me, the senior leader, and the one who is supposed to have answers. And I swear, in that moment, my brain was playing elevator music. I plastered on my most confident smile and said, "Exactly, that's what I was going to suggest." Poker face, 10 out of 10, confidence level inside 0. Because while your mouth is saying, "Yes, great idea," your inner voice was frantically typing into imaginary Google how to build quick AI model without crying. Meanwhile, the intern is talking about framework and API as if he is describing what he had for lunch. And I'm just sitting there nodding, trying not to blink too much because blinking feels suspicious when you are supposed to be the expert. Yeah. So that's the thing about innovation. It doesn't make you feel very smart, but sometimes it makes you feel ancient, like a digital dinosaur. And not the cool one like Jurassic Park, okay? It makes you feel, that one, the kind which even kids skip in the museum because it's missing half of the skeleton. Yeah. But here the lesson is, which I had to remind myself. Leadership isn't about outcoding the intern. It's about bringing the right people together to solve a problem. My strength is in connecting dots, not writing Python. And the truth is, the team doesn't need me to know everything. They need me to ask the right question and give them space of those fresh, fearless ideas. So now, whenever I feel out innovated, I remind myself, I don't need to be the smartest person in the room. No, I just need to be the person who makes sure that everyone's smartness is actually getting used. And speaking of pretending, let's talk about the time I tried fake it till you make it with innovation. Spoiler, I didn't make it. My second story is about the demo disaster. So picture this big client meeting, new software, me internally. "Don't worry, I got this," the famous last words. My team assured me that the tool is very intuitive. And here's the thing, when a techie said intuitive, what that actually means intuitive for someone who actually already living inside the software code and dreams in binary. So I walked in confident, laptop plugged in, presentation slides smooth. The client was nodding along, and then the moment of truth. I click over the live demo. 5 minutes in, I'm clicking around like a tourist who refuses to admit that they are lost. You know the type, holding the map upside down and insisting, no, 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 I totally know where we are. The software screen froze. I froze. Clients started staring at me politely, like, oh dear, that smile. And then from somewhere, one of my teammates whispered, just refresh it. I tried, but by mistake, I closed the entire browser. Okay. For a little bit, that screen went black. My stomach followed for 10 eternal seconds. I stood there smiling like, yeah, that's a part of the immersive demo experience. We call it suspense. Finally, the system reloaded. The demo limped back to life. We salvaged the meeting, but I learned something very important that day. Innovation isn't about never messing up, it's about how gracefully, humorously you recover when you do. I left it off, owned the mess, and you know what? The client actually warmed up. Because let's be honest, sometimes the real problem isn't you, it's the tech. And when tech betrays you, humor is the only one that helps. So the lesson here is you don't have to be the master who knows everything, every tool perfectly. You just need to have the courage to keep going when even the screen or your confidence glitches. But here's the thing, sometimes innovation doesn't wait for you to catch up, sometimes it just follows you home. So, my final story today is about the smart fridge that mocked me. So, here's the thing, at work, I feel like I'm running a marathon just to keep up with the tools, the apps, and the next big thing technologies. But at home, my kids decided we are falling behind in appliance innovation. So they begged me for a smart fridge. And against my better judgment, and probably because they promised to actually eat the vegetables inside it, I caved. So now, this fridge is not just a fridge. It connects to internet. It makes shopping list. It knows when the milk is expired, and honestly, it knows more about my household than my husband sometimes. At first, it was impressive. Like, look at me, a modern tech savvy mom with fridge that talks back. But then it crossed a line. One day I casually opened the door to grab a snack. Okay, fine. It was third snack of the day, and right there, a bright glowing letters. It flashed. Low activity detected. Would you like a fitness plan? Excuse me, refrigerator. You don't know my life. I stood there, cookie in one hand, and feeling personally attacked by a home appliance. And of course, my kids saw it. And now, to this day, whenever I grab a dessert, they are like, careful, mom, fridge is watching. And the worst part, my fridge has a stronger boundaries than I do and literally says, no more snack when I'm still negotiating with myself, like maybe just one more bite. That's when it hit me. Technology had officially gone from helping me to judging me. And honestly, that was my breaking point. So the lesson there was innovation should make life easier, not guiltier. Even it's stressing out or not making you feel like you are on trial every time you open fridge. It's okay to say, no thanks, I will sniff the milk like my mother taught me. So here's the truth. Keeping up with every innovation as women isn't about downloading every app, knowing every trend, or letting fridge bully you. It's about letting younger people teach you without shame, laughing at tech flop in public, setting boundaries with tools that overpromise and underdeliver. And remember, innovations may move fast, but wisdom never goes out of style. So next time someone says, "Don't worry, it's easy," just smile and say, "Perfect, then you can show me." If you have enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like and subscribe and share it with a friend whose smart device are definitely plotting against them. And leave a review. And hey, next time innovation feels overwhelming, just breathe and maybe sniff the milk.